Guys, welcome back to Wiseman Company. Ben here, and this video is a request from Instagram. People wanted to see my plate carrier setup, and I have two plate carriers. One's a little bit more lightweight, one's a little bit more heavyweight. Both the same style, like essentially the base of these are the same style carrier. You can make them pretty darn slick if you take everything off of them, but they have some modularity. Guys, keep in mind, I'm just a regular guy trying to live his best life, trying to be the best guy I can every day. So the needs I have for a plate carrier might be very different than yours. This topic we're covering is very subjective. Use what you need to use, put on what you need to put on, live like a free man. I'm not telling you what to do here, I'm just showing you what I have or what works for me. There are definitely some principles you should keep in mind when you're trying on a plate carrier, shopping for one, etc. Does it fit good? Is it the right size? Does it have some modularity? Can I add some stuff onto it? Or am I just going to be pigeonholed into one certain type of carrier? You want to be able to put equipment on and take it away as needed. Those principles are probably going to do you justice if you're shopping for a new one right now. Other than that, you got to try it. You got to figure it out for yourself. Take some advice from people that wear plate carriers a lot. And run around and move in them quite a bit so you can make the best purchase possible, or get rid of a plate carrier if you think it's bugging you and it shouldn't be bugging you. So let's get into the first one. This is more of my lighter option, and then we'll go to the heavier option. Spiritus LV119. This is no stranger to the channel. I've had this for a long time. It's a tried and true carrier. Used it in competition all over the country. A lot of time in this carrier. I like it a lot. The basis of it is a little bit more of a slick minimalist style. You can add on to it, as you can see here, but there's no molly on it or big drag handles, anything like that. It's more of a minimalist style plate carrier. It takes 10 by 12 plates, which is medium. That's typically the industry standard. If it's a 10-inch by 12-inch plate, that's size medium carrier. Anything smaller than that would be a small. Anything larger than that would be a large. So this is a medium, 10 by 12 plates. Two ceramics in here, two ceramic plates. Pretty darn comfortable. We'll get into plates in just a second. It uses an elastic cummerbund with the mag slots, as you can see here. I like the elastic cummerbunds because they flex and move, allow you to breathe a little bit more, and of course they make good use of the space on your sides. So I can line this thing with magazines if I need to, stick a radio in it, stick some extra medical in there. The elastic cummerbunds give you some options. I like that a lot. Works good for me. Up front, we have a parachuter gear nano placard. Any modern carrier in this day and age is going to have the ability to insert a placard on the front. This one uses swift clips, so I can unbuckle the top here, pull this away, and the placard comes off. This placard's pretty cool. 3 mags along the back. I can run 3 mags in the front, but I just run some medical in there and a multi-tool. I don't have a lot of medical on this carrier because I usually have medical on my belt. Got a nice big medical kit on my belt, and the medical I add to my plate carrier just kind of supplements and adds to that. I like to fill any voids where it's convenient with medical. So a little medical on the front. Got some gauze in here, some quick clot, SWAT T tourniquet, which is good for, not a tourniquet, but it's good for like a pressure bandage. So that's up front. Underneath, I have a Lunar Concepts Swift T Q carrier. I can get to the left hand or to the right hand and get it out. Sharpie underneath it. And as you can see, the cummerbund elastic or just sticks to the front of the plate carrier, and your placard clips in over top. Very simple design. Very simple plate carrier. I think the total weight on this with the plates is 10 pounds, 11 pounds. So not terribly heavy for a plate carrier. You can obviously get plate carriers into the 20, 25 pound range depending on what you're putting on it, what your purpose is. Definitely easier to go up in weight. It's always hard to go down in weight. So this is my lightweight option. It's in woodland. Classic color. I like woodland a lot. Some might say it's my favorite camo pattern. I'd say it's my favorite camo pattern right now. On the top here, I have a set of Lunar Concepts shoulder pads. These are on our website. This carrier does not come with shoulder pads, but adding these shoulder pads really made this carrier a lot more comfortable. The shoulder pads from Lunar Concepts flex and bend. They're very malleable, so you can move around a little bit, but they also have a good bit of padding on them. Not so much where you look like a football player, but enough padding where it's going to take a lot of that pressure off your shoulders, make life a little bit more comfortable for you. Again, these are on our website. Before we get into the heavier carrier, number 2, let's talk about plates real quick. Plates are half the battle when we're talking about comfort in a plate carrier. The heavier the plates are, the more uncomfortable it's going to be over time. Just that's how it's going to be. Now I understand some of you want heavier plates for competition or to work out. I do the same. I'll throw in a set of steel plates in these carriers so I can up the weight a little bit. If I'm starting to feel soft or feeble, I will put some pressure on myself by adding some heavier plates in here. But again, if you want comfort and using these carriers for their intended use, which is stopping bullets and carrying gear, plates that curve and that are lighter weight are going to be better for you. This day and age, you can even get multi-curve plates, which are very, very comfortable. I have a set of those coming from Hesco. Can't wait to try those out. They contour to your body a little bit more. I think they are under 5 pounds each. Should be very, very comfortable. So just keep in mind, if you put on a plate carrier and it feels terrible, also question what plates are inside of it. All right, heavy time or heavier. Not exactly the heaviest plate carrier you can get. We've covered that already. You can get plate carriers pretty darn heavy by adding all sorts of stuff to it. This one's heavier because I usually carry more on it. If I stripped everything off, it could definitely be as light as the LV119. This is a Lunar Concepts prototype plate carrier. This is a one-off. This is in DNC or Desert Night Camo. He made this for me to try out. Really appreciate that. I try out a lot of his stuff. Don't know if this is going to be a production item, so if you're going to ask in the comments, I don't know. I'm sure he'd like to make it a production item. Time will tell. Anyway, let's start with this one. Again, 10 by 12 plates inside of it. Medium size. On the front, I have a placard. This is from Parachuter Gear. This is the Volk. Its intended purpose was for AK magazines, but you can obviously stick AR mags in it as well. It's got like a Chi-Com vibe, Chi-Com chest rig vibe. These are available on our website now as well. We wanted to carry some AK placards. Parachuter Gear makes AK placards. It's good quality, so we started carrying them. They're on our website now. A few different color variations, more patterns and colors to come in the future. So, on the front, got a placard. This one uses G-hooks, not Swift clips, but I could use the Swift clips like you saw on the LV119. This one just uses G-hooks. It's a little bit more lower profile. They just hook right in there. No big deal. Still Velcro underneath, just like any other placard. So no tricks or magic there. Pretty straightforward. I could take this off and put it on that LV119 if I wanted to. Cummerbund is the elastic cummerbund with a twist. It's kind of a hybrid. There's also Molly on it. So when Lunar Concepts made this, he liked, and I liked, the idea of an elastic cummerbund with mag inserts, being able to insert mags, but also some Molly towards the back where it makes use of some of that dead space. So as you can see here, I got a med kit on the back. This med kit is for me, not for me to use. So if I, God forbid, got shot or was wounded or something like that, someone can pull med off my body and use it on me. On the left-hand side, I have a double mag pouch and a TQ carrier. Again, that's for somebody else. It makes use of that space in the back, which normally is just dead space on a carrier. So in this double mag pouch right here, I could carry a smoke, but right now I'm carrying 2 mag. This, again, is just a little heavier option. I carry more equipment on this carrier. So this is still the same basic principle as that LV119. If I stripped it all down, could be pretty slick. I just keep it more loaded up. On top, I got the Lunar Concepts shoulder pads, just like the other carrier. Add some comfort there with this extra weight. When we're talking about plate carriers, the ability to add on stuff is really, really valuable. I said that in the beginning. You want to look for a plate carrier with some modularity in it. It doesn't need to be just covered in molly webbing, but the ability to add stuff and take it away is really nice. So I could add a dangler to this, and for those of you that don't know, a dangler is a pouch that velcros underneath this, and it just kind of hangs right here. So I can get to it from the front. So people put some tools in there, medical in there. If you're in the like law enforcement or military world, some people put breaching stuff in that dangler. It's just a modular option to add more capability to the plate carrier. Do you need that? I don't know. That's up to you to decide, but I like the ability to add that stuff in. All right, guys, those are my 2 plate carrier setups. A little bit of advice before we go, though. If you're just an average dude like myself, stick to the concept of less is more. Just because you have a plate carrier and there's open slots on it to stick something doesn't mean you should stick something on it. Put on what you need to put on and nothing more. All right? Second piece of advice is you gotta train in this stuff. You gotta put it on, you gotta go out there, you gotta see what works. You can't just keep it in your closet and when the day you need it comes, throw it on. It just doesn't work like that. You gotta get some experience behind using this stuff, see what works, see what doesn't. You gotta train in it, not just own it, all right? I know you guys know that, but it doesn't hurt to say it again, right? All right, guys, those are my 2 plate carrier setups. Let me know what you think down below. What do you guys think about the concept of a plate carrier? Should we use them? Should we not have them? We're Americans. We know the answer to that. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Go over to wisemencompany.com. A lot of great gear over there, some of which you saw today on these plate carriers. And that's the best way to support us. We'll see you on the next video, guys.